Hi, welcome. I'm Tracy. I'm the Passionate Spinner, and I just released my newest pattern, and I wanted to talk to you about it. So here it is. The video is all dedicated to my new pattern, and the pattern is called "And One for All." And I'm going to show you what the front page looks like. It looks like this. This is my pattern. It is a pattern for all kinds of cloth that you have in your house. Dishcloth, face cloth, washcloth, pot holder, towel, and makeup wipes. All of those things are in this pattern. I'm going to show you the last page as well because there's no crucial information. I've included, of course, pictures for every variation. So in this picture here, you can see the towel, washcloth, and face cloth. Here we have makeup wipes. Here's the dishcloth. Here we have the pot holders. And yeah, I'm really happy with this pattern. There's of course 2 more pages that you cannot see and I will not show you. But I'm gonna show you all of the samples now. So this all started a while ago when I had, now I have something in my eye, great. This all started a while ago when I decided that I wanted to knit pot holders, and I kind of wanted to do my own thing. So I'm gonna start off with the pot holders because they are the one item that sparked everything that came after. So I did this pot holder, this one here first. I let my son choose the colors and he chose these colors. You cannot really tell, but these are 2 different shades of turquoise held together. So the pattern is written for, like I said, pot holders and all the other things. For the pot holders, I used a mercerized cotton. I'm also specifying that in the pattern. The thing with mercerized cotton is it is treated in a way that it will not absorb water as easily, which for me makes it suitable for pot holder because they will not get dirty as quickly and they will just, not get wet as easily. And also I held 2 skeins of this yarn double for the pot holders. I used Schachenmeier Catania, but you can also use Scheepjes Katona or Cascade Yarns Ultra Pima Fine. I wrote all of those suggestions into my pattern as well. Yeah, I held 2 of those together and I knit them on a very tight gauge to get a dense fabric because, I don't want to burn my hands. So this is the pot holder. The pattern is easy to knit and it looks great. I have a hanging loop, of course, because I kind of feel like every pot holder needs this. So this is variation number 1, or the pattern. Everything else is variations. So after I've made this one, I wanted to have one where you can actually see that it's 2 different shades of yarn. And I knit this version here. I held 2 strands of this yarn together. The yarn that I'm talking about is a mercerized cotton that has 125 meters per 50 grams. You can squeeze out 1 pot holder out of a single skein of that yarn. If you use the inside and outside end, knit the loop first and then do the pot holder with all that's left. You can use just a single skein of yarn. So you don't have to have 2 or even 3 colors. I do 3 colors because I really liked the look of a contrasting loop. Then I did one in a solid with a contrasting loop in this blue. So these are the pot holders. As you can see, they are nice and big. I designed these with my hands in mind, and I have fairly large hands. So these would size-wise work for everyone, I think. And then I had the idea, like this pattern, I really like this stitch pattern. I like how it's turning out. I like how it's knitting up. I kind of want to do a bit more with it. So I thought I could just do the exact same thing, but use an unmercerized cotton and make a washcloth. So that's the first thing that I did after. The unmercerized cotton is, when you look at them next to each other, this is shiny. This is shiny yarn, and this is not. This is like a matte, almost kind of dulled down. That means that this is a not treated cotton, and therefore it is very absorbent. So for everything that you want to get wet or that you want to take off liquid from somewhere, you have to use an unmercerized cotton. So that's what I used for all the other samples. I think most well-known unmercerized cotton yarn out there is Peaches and Cream or Sugar and Cream. And I have used a German brand yarn. It's from Müller, which is like a Weatherspoons. No, Weatherspoons are books. It's it's like Boots, you know, it's a pharmacy thing. It's a large pharmacy chain, and they also kind of have their own yarn. I'm not sure why, but they do. And this is called Samba, and I can buy it at my local drugstore. So this is what I used. And for these, I'm holding the yarn single because this is a lot thicker. This has 87 meters per 50 grams. So I'm using the same needle and I'm getting the exact same gauge for the denser pot holder and the softer, nice to use washcloth. So I made a washcloth, and like I said, it has the exact same pattern as the pot holder. It's just different yarn. Everything else stays the same. This is my version number 2. Then I decided, okay, what else can you do with this? And I made dishcloth because we all need dishcloth. And for those, I decided to just not do a loop, because why? And I made them a teeny tiny bit shorter to make them just a tiny bit smaller, because that's what I prefer. So here's the first one, all using that unmercerized thick cotton yarn. And here's the other one. I just made 2 so far. I'm gonna do many, many more of all of these. So after that, what next? What else can I do? And then I remembered I made a few years ago smaller washcloths just for the face, you know, and they were just garter stitch rectangles. I've decided to include that option in the pattern, but with a loop, because I constantly find myself a bit angry that I cannot hang them to, you know, properly dry. So I made face cloth sized ones, also with the loop, so you can, you know, easily use them. The best thing about these, in my opinion, is that you can wash them at 60 degrees Celsius, because this is just cotton. So you can wash it very highly, very high, not highly. Here's the other one. I made 2 again. They're just little face cloth, you know. So when we're already at the topic of the face, I made makeup wipes, because I don't use makeup myself, but a lot of my friends use makeup, and I know that you need to get it off somehow. And using those single-use wipes, that accumulates a lot of waste. And I just feel like there's no need for that, you know? We can use things like these. So I made these smaller makeup wipes, and they of course have no loop on them. They are nice and small. And I think if you have like 10 of these in a jar and you have a jar for the used ones, when you are down to like 2 or 3, wash them, put them in a little net, wash them, and just reuse those over and over and over. And you will reduce a lot of waste automatically. So that's the makeup wipes. And then the last thing that I decided to come up with for this pattern is a small towel. So this all of these use single skeins or scraps. For the towel, I used 2 full skeins of the main color and the scrap for the contrasting loop. And this is the size that I made. I decided to have it this size because I wanted this to be, you know, mainly used for the face, or as a hand towel for guest bathroom or for yourself, for your kitchen, wherever. And I don't think that if it gets a bit larger, it will get a bit too heavy, you know, and it will just stretch out to oblivion. This is a rib pattern, as you can see, so it is very stretchy and it will stretch out over time, but it is super nice to the touch and it is very absorbent. I've woven towels out of this material before and we've been using these for 1.5 years now. So that is my new pattern. I called it "And One for All" because you can do all of those things with just one pattern. All of those options are included. I have just uploaded the pattern to Ravelry, and there is a promotion code that goes from today until the end of the day on Wednesday, 25th of May, 2022. And that code in all caps is "all for one." Get it? All for one and one for all. So yeah, that is my new pattern. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I am proud of it, and I hope you enjoy the pattern as well. I will upload it to Etsy, of course, but it's going to take a bit of time to do that. And as always, the pattern will be for free for my patrons over on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, I leave all the links in the description box down below. And I hope you enjoy my new pattern. Bye.